Make-ahead meals can save you loads of time in the kitchen and make eating well easy even when you're busy. So I've teamed up with Frigidaire Gallery to bring you my 5 fave freezer-friendly foods that can all be prepared in a big batch and then frozen until you're ready to enjoy them. What I love about all of these ideas is that they're simple, inexpensive, and the flavor possibilities are endless. Let's get started with one of my favorite healthy breakfast ideas for busy families on the go, smoothie mixes. Pre-packaging your smoothie fruit is a great way to ensure you're starting your day off right. What I like to do is chop all my fruit and then freeze it in a single layer on a parchment-lined baking sheet. This prevents it from clumping together. Once they're solid, you can divide them into individual freezer bags and then freeze them in any combinations you like. Now, because I do so much meal prep, I like to use a second upright freezer, which is awesome because it gives me a ton of extra space for food storage. And of course, buying, prepping, and freezing food in bulk not only saves me time, but a ton of money as well. Now, for my smoothie mixes, I always like to add instruction labels and keep them organized by flavor in this easy access adjustable basket. Come morning, all you need to do is grab a smoothie mix, add some juice, milk, or yogurt, and blend them up. How easy is that? Next up, I've got another freezer-friendly breakfast idea that can be reheated in a flash. Pancakes, waffles, and French toast all freeze beautifully, so the next time you make them, double or triple your batch. Allow them to cool completely and then place sheets of parchment paper between each to prevent them from sticking together. The best part about these is that you can take them straight from the freezer and pop them right in the toaster, and voila, breakfast is served. With loads of maple syrup, of course. Now it's time to talk lunch, and for me, that means burritos. Burritos are a total lunch staple in my house, but there are a few important tips to remember when you're preparing them for freezing. The first is to start with room temperature ingredients. Tortillas that are too cold can tear easily while you're wrapping your burrito, while fillings that are too hot can create a soggy burrito, and nobody enjoys that. For fillings, things like rice, beans, meat, and cheese all work really well, but you'll want to avoid adding your sauces to your burritos. Save those for dipping. When it comes to freezing, you'll want to wrap each burrito in plastic wrap and then place them all in a large freezer bag. This will prevent them from sticking together and make them really easy to grab on the go. They can easily be reheated in the oven or the microwave when you're ready to enjoy them. Now, on those nights where you just don't feel like cooking dinner, nothing beats a hearty casserole that can go straight from the freezer to the oven. Now, one great tip before getting started is to line your casserole dish with foil. You'll want to leave enough overhang to cover the top of your dish as well. Once you're done putting your casserole together, you simply wrap the top and freeze the dish for 2 or 3 hours. Once it's solid, you can remove your foiled casserole from the dish and place it in a large freezer bag. You get your dish back, and when it's time to cook, there's almost no cleanup. Bonus. Now tell me that does not look like an amazing dinner. So we've talked about freezer-friendly breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but we certainly can't forget dessert. And what dessert is more satisfying than freshly baked cookies? Cookie dough actually freezes incredibly well. Using the same technique as the smoothie mixes, all you need to do is lay scoops of cookie dough on a parchment-lined baking sheet, freeze them, and then once they're solid, you can just toss them in a freezer bag. When you're ready, all you need to do is add 3 to 5 minutes to the baking time, and what you end up with are delicious, freshly baked cookies. My personal favorite just happens to be oatmeal chocolate chip. This tip is especially useful when you only want to bake 3 or 4 cookies. As you can see, your freezer really can make your life in the kitchen a whole lot easier, so I hope you guys will give some of these tips a try. If you do, don't forget to tweet me, Instagram me, or Snapchat me a photo because you know I love seeing your kitchen creations. And if there are any freezer-friendly foods that you love, leave them in the comment section below. Finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe because there is lots more deliciousness where this came from.